Virmalai Vitam Yada Manakshudham Atukam Sukham Samam. When one is completely cleansed of the impurities of lust and greed produced from false identification of the body as I and bodily possessions as mine, one's mind becomes purified. In that purity, he transcends the stage of so-called material happiness and distress.
Vitam jada manasuddham adukham asukham samam. In the previous part, it has been advised, Guneshu saptam bandhaya ratam vapumsi muktare. The process is that the mind has to be cleansed of all dirty things. Mind is a friend, mind is the enemy of everyone. If it is clean, then it is friends. And if it is dirty, just like if you keep yourself unclean, then you contaminate some disease. And if you keep yourself clean, then you don't contaminate. If you take action remaining, therefore, according to Vedic civilization, one has to cleanse himself 3 times a day. Trisandha, morning, early in the morning, again at noon, again in the evening. Those are strictly following the Brahminical rules and regulations. Vaishnava also, Vaishnava means he is already Brahmin. He must follow the rules and Sattva, Sama, Dhamma, Titikha, Java, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam. So cleanliness is next to godliness. So actually our material condition like means and the mind is covered with dirt or unclean dirty things. That is the disease. And when we are in the lower stage of tamogun and rajogun, these dirty things are very much prominent. Therefore, one has to raise himself from the position of tamogun and rajogun to satogun. The process is recommended how to cleanse the mind. Sinnatang sakatha Krishna punna savana kirtan. One has to hear the Krishna Katha. Krishna is within everyone's heart. And when he sees that a conditioned soul, because the individual soul is part and parcel of Krishna, Krishna wants that this individual soul, rascal, is so much attached for material enjoyment, which is the cause of his bondage, birth and death, old age and disease. And he is so full that he does not take into consideration that why I should be subjected to repetition of birth, death, old age and disease. He has become so full. Mudha. Therefore they have been described Mudha. Ass, just like ass, does not know why he is load so much, so many cloths of the washed man. What for? He has no profit. None of the cloth belong to him. The washed man gives a little morsel of grass, which is available everywhere. But the ass thinks that this morsel of grass is given by the washed man, therefore I must carry the heavy load, although not a single cloth belongs to me. This is called karmis. The karmis are these big karmis, big multi-millionaires. They are just like us, because working so hard, not only this big, small also, day and night, but eating 2 chapatis or 3 chapatis, or at most 4 chapatis. But he is working hard, so hard. These 3-4 chapatis can be had easily even by the poorest man. Why he is working so hard? Because they is thinking I am responsible for maintaining such a big family. Similarly, leader also, public leader, a politician, he is also thinking like that without me, all the members of my nation will die. So let me work day and night up to the point of my death, or up to the point until I am killed by somebody. I have to work so hard. These are called dirty things. Ahamamameti. Ahamamameti. Ahamamame mamabhimanatthi. These dirty things that take individual, social, political, communal, or national, anyway, these 2 things, ahamamameti is very prominent. I belong to this family, I belong to this nation, I belong to such and such community, I have got such and such duty. But he does not know these are all false designations. That is called ignorance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore begins his instruction that Jiver Swarup hoy Nitya Krishna Das. The actual position is that eternal servant of Krishna. That is the actual position. But he is thinking, I am servant of this family, I am servant of this nation, I am servant of this community, servant of so many. Ahamamameti. This is due to ignorance, the mode of tamo. Therefore, in this verse, it is said, Guneshu Saktam Bandhaya. So long he will attach with this Guneshu. Even he will be attached to the Satogun. That is also Bandhaya. Suppose Satogun means the symbolic presentation is perfect Brahman. So even if we are very perfect Brahman, so I think that I am such a learned person, I understand the Vedic principles, so the same Ahamamameti, the same principle Ahamamameti. But if you are raised in the Satogun, then there is chance of understanding your position. In the Tamagun and Rajagun, you cannot. Tamagun, Rajagun, you remain like animals, like cats and dogs. But when you come to the platform of Satogun, that you can come by following the principles, And then the attachment, guneshu saptam, bandha, then your conditioned life, on account of being attached to the material qualities, will be finished. How? Simple thing. Everyone can attain to the platform of Satogo if he follows the instruction. In the Bhagavad Gita, the same thing is said in different Vedic languages and Vedic scriptures. Sadhudam Kirtantamam Jatantascha Dhirabrata Namashantascha Mam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upasate. This is the process. And in another place it is said, Sinvatam Sakata Krishna Punna Savana Kirtana Riddantasta Avadrani Vidhunati Suhit Satam. The process is that you try to hear about Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is there in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is speaking, that is Krishna Katha. And Srimad Bhagavatam about Krishna, Om Namo Vasudevaya, Janmadasya, speaking about Krishna, the original person. So we have to hear the Krishna Katha. This temple or the center is open to give chance to the people in general. Come and hear Krishna Katha. This satsanga. This is called satsanga. Satam prasangad mavabija samvida bhavanti vitkarna kasayanaka. If you hear gradually, because we do not hear Krishna Katha on account of dirty things in the heart. So we have to cleanse it. That process is Chetadattanamarjanam Param Vijayati Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. If we chant and dance, then the dirty things become clean. Chetadattanamarjanam. Cheta Alu Asa Bandhaya Mukta Chatmano Matam. Cheta, this heart, is the cause of our bondage, and the heart is the cause of our liberation. When it is dirty, then it is cause of bondage, conditional life. Conditional life means that Janma Mrityu Jarabhati. I take one birth, one body, and I stay for some time, enjoy or suffer. There is no question of enjoyment, only suffering. And then again I die, tatadhyahantara prapti, and I get another body, and again begin another life, maybe a very good life, or maybe cats and dogs life, a tree's life, that we do not know. But the hantara prapti, but there is change of body. As soon as I die, give up this body, another body. Immediately I will have to enter the Ummah mother through the grace of the Father, and I will have to develop another body, and when it is fit for working, I come out and again another chapter of my life begins. This is conditioned life. So, the human life is meant for understanding that how we are undergoing this tribulation of birth and death, old age and disease. The cats and dogs, they cannot understand. That is not possible. Therefore, for human life, so many Vedic literatures are there. Not for the cats and dogs. If you don't take advantage of this Vedic literature, there is no need of education. It is not needed that one has to become very learned scholar. No. Satsanga, here. Sthane sthita sutigatam tanuam manovi. You remain in your position, but go to a person who is speaking Krishna Katha. Here, that's all. Anyone can do that. What is the difficulty? So this Krishna consciousness movement is there. We give chance to the people to hear about Krishna. That is our mean. Therefore we have specifically mentioned Krishna consciousness. We don't talk any other nonsense things. We don't talk. We have no other business. Simply talk of Krishna. That will purify. Sinnatham Sakatha Krishna. Even if you do not understand a single word, if you simply hear, then you become pious. It is so nice. Sinnatham Sakatha Krishna. Punna Savanaki. Savana means when there is talks of Krishna, somebody is hearing and somebody is talking. Savana and Kirtan, just like here in this meeting. I am talking, you are hearing. Both of us are being benefited. Savana Kirtan. Sunnatan Sakata Krishna. Krishna wants this. That these rascals may begin to hear and chant about me. That's all. Satatam Kirtan Mom, Krishna. Not only, don't talk politics and don't talk sociology or these or that. This is all dirty things. Don't waste your time. There is no use of reading so many rascal novels. They are called Tad Bhayasa Tirtham Tad Bhara Vishadka Janaka Viprava Natad Batas Chitta Padama Hare Jasa. Any literature which does not glorify the Supreme Lord Hari, that is ByHDG. ByHDG means the place where the crows enjoy. ByHDG. So, this Krishna consciousness movement is giving chance people to become pious. Punna Savana Kirtana. How? I have no money. How can I become pious? I cannot give in charity. I cannot go to take bath in the Ganges. And so many there are pious activities. Tamasa Brahmacharjena, Tyajena, Jamena, Niyamena. There are so many processes to become pious. And the Shastra, there are recommendations. You do this to become pious. So, in this Kali Yuga, people have lost all stamina. How to become pious? That's so sinful. But here is the only means. You simply come here and hear about Krishna. You have got ears, Krishna has given you ears, and Krishna has given you tongue also. You can speak just like we are reciting the verses. So, the tongue is there, the ear is here, there, and you can hear from realized soul and make your knowing perfect simply by hearing. Chinnatang Sakata Krishna Punna Savana Kirtan. Because one cannot be devotee unless he is purified. A sinful man cannot become a devotee. Duskiti. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Navan Duskitina Mula. One class of man, Duskitina, always committing sinful life. Such rascals, such foolish men, Duskitana Mula. Navan Duskitana Mula Prapadante Naradhava. Naradhava means lowest of the mankind. Why lowest of the mankind? Because the human life is meant for purifying your existence. You are under condition of birth, death, old age, and here is the chance to purify yourself. If you don't do that, then you are mula, duskitina, naradhava. You don't take chance. Mula, naradhava. So this class of men, they are not interested. They will suffer this material existence continually, one after another, one after another, one after another. Bhutta puliyate. One life, and if he gets one life very opulent, then he doesn't care for what is next life. Let me drink and enjoy, eat, drink and be merry. This is going on all over the world. But Shastra says, no, it is not good. You are doing mistake. You are doing mistake. Nunam prapta kuruti bikarma. You have become mad and you are engaged in doing all forbidden things which you should not do. You are doing that. And why you are doing that? Nunam pramatta kuruti bikarma. Karma, bikarma, akarma. Karma means regulated principle. And bikarma means just the opposite. Unlawful activities. That is called bikarma. And akarma means you can work, but you are not affected by the result. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Jagyarthe karmannatra lokayam karma bandhana. If you act for Krishna, for Jagga, then you are not affected. Good or bad result, neutral. So generally people they act because they are in the tamagon, rajagon, they don't care for future life and they are habituated to do anything, they eat anything, just like hog, even stool. They do not care for shastric injunction, irresponsible, just like street boy. He has no education, he doesn't care for anything, whatever he likes he does, the father, mother does not take care. So, life in tamagon and rajagon is that carelessness. So, such person simply acts unlawfully. Nunam pramatta kuruti bikarma. Why? Just indriya pritaya apnoti, simply for sense gratification. Simply for sense gratification. I have seen one hotel man in Calcutta. He cut the throat of a chicken and the chicken half cut. It was flapping and jumping. The child of the hotel man, he was crying and the hotel man was laughing. He was taking pleasure. How this chicken half cut throat and how he is jumping. And why you are crying? Why you are crying? And in Western countries, I think, the students are sometimes taken to slaughterhouse to see. Is it a fact? Yeah. They take pleasure. Doing something sinful, they take pleasure. For pleasure's sake, they do that. Nunam pramatta kurute bikarma. Just indriya pritaya, simply for the matter of sense gratification. So, the Shastra says, no, this is not good. This is not good. Prasadhuayam, jato atmanayam, asannapi kleshadyasati. But you have no brain. This body is temporary, but it is full of suffering. Although it is temporary, one can say this body is temporary, so what do I care for? But it is painful, we have to suffer. Nunam pramatta kurite vikarma jad indriya pritaya apnoti nasadu manne jato atmanoyam asannati klesana. They have no brain that this material body is klesana, is simply miserable. That's the so dull brain. That is tamo. Tamo means completely darkness. Just like animals. You take one animal, you cut its throat, another animal is standing and eating grass. He does not know the next turn is mine. This is animal life. So people have become, especially in this Kali Yuga, mandas mandamatayo mando agya vipaddhata. But this Krishna consciousness movement is trying to give this rascal little sense that don't remain animal, become human being. This is the propaganda. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Krishna bhuliya jeev anadi bohimmo athay mayakare dhyay samsaradi tu. Krishna bhuliya, forgetting his relationship with Krishna, one is simply acting foolishly, and the Maya is giving him miseries, one after another, one after another, one after another. Another place it is said that anadi bohimmo jeev Krishna bhuli gela atay Krishna ved purana karila. We have forgotten Krishna. Therefore, there are Vedas and Puranas and Vedic literature. It is for human being. Vedashta sarva yahaveva Vedam. If we study this Vedic literature means 4 Vedas, 18 Puranas, and Vedanta, and Upanishad, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and any literature which is connected with this Vedic literature. That is also Vedic literature. So Veda Purana, this Vedic literature should be utilized. They have got time to read so many nonsense literature, rubbish literature, and waste time. But if you invite them, that come here, we shall discuss Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, or Vedanta Sutra, similar literature. Nobody will come. But simply by hearing, if we want, Vitam Jaga Mana Shuddham. If we become free from this contamination of Tamagun and Rajagun, that is the highest stage of perfection. That can be done simply by hearing Krishna Katha. No education required. Simply come and hear. Sinnatang Sakata Krishna Punnasavun. Because you will be purified. As you hear and repeat, chant, you become purified. Sinnatang Sakata Krishna Punnasavana Pitam. Riddham Tastavadhrani. These dirty things. Mola. Here it is said. Kamalobha, this is moloi. Mola means dirty things. And what are these? Kama and lobha. Lusty, desires, lobha, greediness, and lusty desires. These are mola. So one has to become free from these two things. Kama and lobha. The whole world is going on kama and lobha. One is getting money. When he has got 1,000, he wants 1 lakh. If he gets 1 lakh, he wants more and more and more. This is called kama. And why? Lobha. They are making profit. They have got enough money. Still, they will hold stock, will not sell, so that people may not get stock and they will be hankering. They will pay any price demanded. These are going on. Kama and lobha. Kama lobha devi. So you have to cleanse this heart. The Mahamameti, they are doing all these things. These are not good things. Asadhu, nasadhu manne. This is not good for human being. Why it is not good? Because according to your karma, you will get another next life, another next body, and you have to suffer. Again you have to suffer. You are already suffering. You may be a very rich man, but does it mean that you will not be diseased because you are a rich man? No. This is suffering. You may be a very rich man, very, influential man, prime minister. In Jawaharlal Nehru, last time he became paralyzed. So, you cannot avoid these things. That's what Krishna says, Janavrittu Jaravyadi, Dukkha Dosam. You should not be puffed up because you have got some bank balance, you are happy. No. Your real unhappiness, these four things. Janma, Mrityu, Jara. That any intelligent man should always keep in mind that these are my distresses, with temporary distresses, and to relieve it, that is not very good. You must make ultimate finishing of all distresses. That is Bhakti Yoga. That is Bhakti Yoga. And that Bhakti Yoga begins this by hearing and chanting. Sinnatang Sagata Krishna, Annasavana Kirtana, Riddhanta Avastani. If you continually hear, then gradually all the dirty things, Kama Lobhadaya, these things will be finished and you will be purified, and then that is the way of your liberation. Muktaye, Guneshu Saptam Bandhaya, Ratam Vapumsi Muktaye. The process is also given that you hear about Krishna, then you will be purified. Because this life is meant for Satta Shuddhi, Shuddha Satta. Our existence is not uncontaminated. It is the human form of life is meant for to make this existence uncontaminated. No more birth, no more death. They do not know. Where is the university, where is the school, college to teach this science, how one can become uncontaminated? There is no such institution except this Krishna consciousness movement. So, Vitam Jadamana, so how it is possible? That is also said that Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Nasta Prayeshu Avadreshu, Avadra, the dirty things. Because you hear, go on hearing, chanting, then the dirty things will be diminished. Krishna said that Hiddantasta, Krishna is also within the heart, and the dirty things are also there. But Krishna helps you cleansing. So it is not completely clean, but even if it is 50% or 60% clean, Nasta Prayeshu, Amadreshu, how Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Regularly hear Srimad Bhagavatam and chant Hare Krishna. These two processes recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chant your rounds regularly, make a fixed up. We have fixed up only minimum. Vilas Thakur was chanting 300,000 times, and we have made 16 times. And it's still Ita Visitava Kripa Bhagavan Mamani Buddhayoy Samihajani. I could have performed in 16 times. Such unfortunate time. You see? Ita Visitava Kripa. We have minimized the lowest number. The easiest process. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu read Srimad Bhagavatam and chant Hare Krishna mantra. Don't talk nonsense, don't waste your time. Then you become purified. Vitaragam, Bhayakrodam, Manmaya, Klasita. Krishna says, in this way, here it is. Vitana Jadamana. When the mind is clean, this can be done. Nityana Bhagavata Seva. Nityam, not Bhagavad Sapta. The Bhagavad Sapta, that is a business. Real business is Nityam. We don't find in the Srimad Bhagavatam by so many big commentators, Siddha Swami, Jiva Goswami, and Veer Raghavacharya, many, they never recommend Bhagavad Sapta. I do not know where from it has come. Bhagavad says, Nityam, why weak? Every day, it is possible 24 hours. Therefore, one has to retire from this family, social, political responsibilities and whole time devote for chanting and Bhagavad reading. That is Krishna consciousness. At least as much as possible. Don't waste time. Chanakya Pandit has said that Ayusha Khanai Kopi Nalabha Sarnakoti Ji. Ayu, the duration of life, suppose I shall live for 100 years. Even one moment of this 100 years, it cannot be returned back. Even if we are prepared to thousands and millions of dollars, no. One moment passed out of the 100, that is minus, that's all. We cannot add again. Even in a moment. If you cannot get returned back in a moment of your life by payment of millions of dollars, if that moment is wasted, just how much you have lost money, you consider. How much you have lost? Therefore, not a single moment should be lost in my life. It should be utilized simply by chanting, simply by reading some of the Bhagavatam. We are publishing so many books. We have to read, we have to chant, then life will be successful. Vitaragam bhaya krodha. Then we shall be free from this attachment. Ahanamameti kamalobha dayastate. So, the process is the Nityana Bhagavata Seva. Daily we should devote our time for understanding Srimad Bhagavatam, and Bhagavata Seva means to serve the person Bhagavat, whose life is simply Bhagavat, to serve him. Nityana Bhagavata Seva. Nasta prayeshu avadreshu Nityana Bhagavata Seva. Bhagavati uttama shloke. Bhakti bhavati nashtiki. By this process, then you attain the stage of Bhagavad Bhakti. Nashtiki, fixed up, not tinkering, fixed up. Bhagavati nashtiki. Anartha nimittishta tato nishtha. This nishtiki or nishtha, firm faith, is achieved when anartha nimittishta. Anartha. This anartha means ahamameti, kamalobha vidi. This is anartha. We don't require all these things. Why I shall think this is my country, my family, my body. Nothing is mine. It is false. But people are wasting time in this way. My country, my nation, my body, my family, we are wasting time. So, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, we can vanquish all this false conception of life. And then, Sthita Satte Prasidati. These are the Kamalobha. But even if it is not completely finished, these dirty things, but even if you come to the platform of Satogam, then you will not be disturbed So this Tamagun and Rajagun always disturb. Then if you are not disturbed by this calm and low, then Sthita Sattva Prasidati. Then you will be pleased. You will feel happiness when you are on the Satagun. And then you have to surpass the Satagun, Shuddha Satta. Sattam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabdi. So Vasudeva, platform, Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudeva. Then you will understand your relationship with Krishna and then you will be happy. Thank you very much.